Hey there, book lovers! Welcome back to WisdomWaves, where we dive into the heart of the best books and bring you quick, powerful summaries in just minutes. Hey everyone, have you ever felt like you're searching for something, but you're not quite sure what it is? Maybe it's like trying to find a hidden clue in a big puzzle? Or perhaps, you've wondered what it would be like to be someone else for a day, maybe your favorite superhero or a famous singer. Well, today, we're going on an amazing adventure into a book that asks these very questions. It's called The Black Book, and it's written by a wonderful author named Orhan Pamuk. This book is super important because it's like a secret map to understanding his other famous stories too. Why does this book matter? Because it takes us to a magical, snowy city and makes us think about who we really are. It's a bit like a detective story, but instead of just solving a crime, our hero is trying to solve the biggest mystery of all, himself. Friends, we will start by learning about the author. Orhan Pamuk is a really famous writer from a beautiful city called Istanbul, in Turkey. He's known for writing books that make you think deeply about big ideas like identity and memory. People all over the world love his books. He won a super important prize for writers, called the Nobel Prize. His books often feel like dreams because he uses long, beautiful sentences that make you feel like you're floating through a story. He's written other amazing books like Istanbul, which is all about his hometown and feels like a love letter to the city, and Snow, which is a gripping story that also takes place in winter. He also wrote The My Name is Red and The Museum of Innocence. The Black Book is special because it's like the first seed from which all his other wonderful ideas grew. Friends, now, let's meet our main players. First, we have Galip. He's a lawyer, and he's our main hero. He's usually pretty calm, but when his wife disappears, he gets really curious and starts acting like a detective. Then there's Rüya. That's Galip's wife, and her name actually means dream in Turkish. She loves reading detective novels, and she's the reason Galip starts looking for clues. Next up is Celal Salik. He's Galip's cousin and a very famous newspaper writer. But Celal is a bit mysterious. He writes special columns with hidden messages, almost like puzzles, and sometimes uses different names. And finally, there's a mysterious voice on the phone, who calls himself Mehmet. This person seems to know everything about Celal and Galip, and he believes Celal is hiding a big secret. Our story takes place in the incredible city of Istanbul, Turkey, mostly during a cold, snowy winter. Imagine big, old buildings, narrow streets, and the beautiful Bosphorus Strait that separates two parts of the city. The main idea of this book is that everything around us has a secret story. Like the faces of people we see, the old streets, even the words in a book, they all hide secret meanings, like clues in a treasure hunt. And our hero, Galip, is trying to find these hidden meanings to understand what happened to his wife and why his cousin is so mysterious. Let's jump into the story. We can think of it like a play with three big acts. Act 1, The Great Disappearance. Imagine this: one morning, Galip wakes up and his wife, Rüya, is gone. All he finds is a letter she left behind, written with a special green pen. Galip is really worried, and he starts to think like the detectives in Rüya's books. He believes Rüya must be with his cousin, Celal, the famous columnist. So, Galip begins his search, looking for clues everywhere. Act 2, The Search for the Secret Language. Galip's search takes him into Celal's strange apartment, which is filled with old newspapers and notebooks. It's like a secret museum of Celal's life. Galip realizes that Celal hides messages in his newspaper columns. He learns about something called hierophism, which is an old idea that says you can find hidden letters and meanings in people's faces and in words. It's like a secret code only certain people can read. While he's searching, Galip starts getting phone calls from a mysterious person named Mehmet. Mehmet knows all of Salal's secrets, and even knows what Galip is thinking. He tells Galip about a big puzzle, and how Salal has been playing a game with everyone's identities. This makes Galip feel like he's becoming more and more like Salal. He even starts writing columns that sound just like Salal's and signs Salal's name. In the middle of all this, we hear another amazing story about an old Ottoman prince who tries very, very hard to be himself. He even tries burning books by famous writers because he thinks they are stopping him from finding his own true voice. It's like he's saying, I don't want to copy anyone else, I want to be me. This story makes Galip think a lot about who he really is. Act 3. Becoming the storyteller. Things get really exciting when a TV crew from England comes to Istanbul to interview Salal. But Salal is nowhere to be found. So, Galip decides to go in his place and pretend to be Salal. He tells stories and answers questions, acting exactly like his cousin. Later, Galip finds Salal's body. It's covered with newspapers. It's a very sad moment, but it also means that Galip has now truly taken Salal's place. He continues to write columns under Salal's name, carrying on his cousin's work. The book ends, but the mystery of who Galip truly is, and what it means to live a story, stays with us. This book has some super cool ideas. First is being yourself. It asks, is it really hard to be yourself? Sometimes we copy others, or pretend to be someone else. But the book makes us wonder if it's okay to be a little bit of everyone you admire, or if you must find a totally unique you. Second is secrets everywhere. The book tells us that everything has a hidden meaning, like a secret message. It's like the whole city of Istanbul is a giant puzzle just waiting for you to solve it. And third is life as a story. Orhan Pamuk helps us see that our lives are like big stories, and we are all characters in them. Sometimes, these stories even blend together, like when Galip becomes Salal. Writing stories, or reading them, helps us understand our world and ourselves. Here are 2 powerful ideas from the Black Book. 1. No one is ever himself. To live in an oppressed, defeated country is to be someone else. I am someone else, therefore I am. But what if this person I want to become is himself someone else? This is the crux, the heart of the deception. What this means, imagine you want to be just like your favorite movie star. You dress like them, talk like them, but then you realize that even they might be pretending to be someone else. It's super tricky to find out who you really are when everyone around you is trying to be someone else, or is forced to be someone else. It's like a big game of dress up, but for real life. 2. Except for writing. Except for writing. Yes, of course, except for writing, the only consolation. What this means, even when life is confusing, scary, or sad, the book tells us that writing stories, or reading them, can make us feel better. It's like a warm blanket on a cold day, or a comforting friend when you're lonely. Stories help us make sense of everything and find peace, even if it's just for a little while. So, what can we learn from the Black Book? It teaches us that identity is like a shape-shifting cloud. It can change and transform, and sometimes we might even get mixed up with others. It's okay to admire people and learn from them, but it's also important to remember the special spark that makes you, well, you. Have you ever pretended to be someone else? What did it feel like? This book reminds us that finding our own story is one of the most exciting adventures we can ever go on. What did you think about Galip's journey? What secret would you want to uncover in your city? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this peek into the Black Book, please give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe for more amazing book adventures. Thanks for watching, and happy reading!